Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to revolve around all about, is Savannah State a good college? Now this is like my 100th time trying to do a retake on this video because it's so much I want to tell, but instead I'm just going to freestyle this and talk it out, and hopefully you guys can learn something from this video. And I'm going to be sharing my experiences with Savannah State. So Savannah State dorms. Savannah State does have pretty good dorms. I would say the new dorms that they just created, Tiger Place, Court, Richard Wright, Camilla, and the Flick is the Freshman Living Learning Center, and that's where I stayed my freshman year. It's a good dorm, but you have no type of privacy, like your roommates right there, you know, and then it's kind of awkward like if you and your roommate aren't that close. And they also have Bowen Smith, which is a dorm room for all girls. Then they have oh my gosh, what is the name of that one that's for all guys? Oh my gosh, what's the name of that dorm? I completely just forgot the name of that dorm. It's gonna come to me, watch. The types of dorms that Savannah State offer are traditional dorms, semi-private, and apartment style. Traditional dorm is just when there's two people in the room, basically. It's no type of privacy, and you share a bathroom, or you have a community bathroom. And then in the Flick, they also range up from 2 clusters all the way up till 8 clusters. So a 2 cluster, you'll have your own room, and you'll just share the bathroom with the other roommate that's on the other side in her own personal room. So that one is private. The 8 cluster, it's going to be like kind of like a community bathroom, but only 8 girls share it. And they have 2 rooms that are single, which I had the last time that I did move in the Flick. And then they have 3 other rooms that have 2 girls in them. And then the 4 cluster, like I said, is 2 girls in one room, and then a bathroom, and then 2 other girls. And then they have also Bowen Smith, which is definitely traditional because it's really small. Y'all don't have like a closet. Y'all have they have like the little the door like closet things. I don't know the proper name, I'm sorry, but yeah. And then they have a community bathroom. I would not recommend staying at Bowen unless you wanted to have like a big refund check, or if that's all you can afford. I ain't throwing no type of shade. Then they have Tiger Place, Court, and Richard Wright, and those are semi-privates. Is where you kind of have your own room, and you can put like a shower rod up to kind of make it private. And then you have a bathroom. The toilet and the shower is separate. And then you have the sinks, and it's 2 sinks. So it's for you and your roommate, and it's just 2 people, and that is it. And I stayed there my sophomore year, first semester. Then second semester, they also have at Savannah State, they have the Ville, or the University Village, the proper name. And then they have the Commons, University Commons. The Ville, it ranges from, I believe, 1 person can have a room where it's just one of them, but I feel like that's just only for honors. And then they also have the 2 cluster, 2 people in a room. You have your own 2 separate rooms. You have a full-size bed, and I don't know if they share bathrooms because I've never been into a 2 cluster or a 2 clustered room in the Ville. And then they have 4 clusters in the Ville as well, and they all have full-size beds. And it's 2 people that share a bathroom on each side, and they have a living room and a kitchen, and yeah. And then I stayed in the Commons, and I stayed in a 2 cluster. And the Commons, I believe it ranges up to 3 clusters, but everybody has their own room. It's definitely private. They have ABC, that's how they range the rooms. I stayed in the A room, and the A room typically tends to be the bigger room. Now, and if you're in a 3 cluster in the Commons, you will have your own bathroom. My friend Deja, she had that, lucky her. And then I stayed in a 2 cluster where I didn't have my own bathroom, but I shared it with my roommate. And it's an upstairs, downstairs type of feel, versus the Ville, it's just a 1-story, and it's just regular apartments, and the Commons looks like townhouses. So yeah, that was just a rundown of how the dorms are at Savannah State. So they're pretty good. I mean, they could be better because I feel like the bathrooms in the Commons are like, they need to be reconstructed. I can't even talk today. But yeah, as far as classes and the teachers go, classes at Savannah State aren't really hard. You just have to apply yourself. in general, you have to apply yourself in college because that is most important. Teachers aren't like how they are in high school. I'm pretty sure you've heard that a lot from your mom, your teacher at school, your grandma, your grandpa, your uncle, your cousins that are already in college, all telling you that college teachers don't care. Like I said before, they're going to get their check regardless. As far as financial aid goes, I really don't know too much about financial aid, simply because I get my schooling paid from the benefits of my dad being in the military. So I know all about the GI Bill and how that works. So if any of you have parents that are in the military and you're reaping their benefits to pay for your college, I definitely will make a separate video about that. But I do apologize. Meal plans. Oh my gosh. So as a freshman, you get, they have the best meal plan ever. Oh my gosh. But they have it where you eat 3 meals a day, or you get 3 meals a day, 3 swipes. Lucky them. So they don't have to keep count of their meal plans. But once you become a sophomore, that meal plan drifts away and you have to go to the 10 meals a week, which is 2 meals a day up until Friday. Yeah, so what happened to eating on Saturday and Sunday? Yeah, so it's gonna be like 1 day out of the week, or like 3 days out of the week, you're gonna have to eat once, and then the other days you can eat twice. You have to like stretch it out. So that's what I don't like about Savannah State, is that meal plan crap, like that 10 meals a week, because that is like the struggle. Okay, like, no, who wants to eat once a day? I don't. Hello. I guess because you stay in apartments once, well, not all sophomores, because like I said, I stayed in Richard Wright and me and Deja was on that plan. And I remember you also do get $200 dining dollars. I did forget to mention that, but that can run out quickly. So be very frugal with your dining dollars. Treat them as if they really are like $200 that you have, because it could literally be gone in a blink of an eye and then you'll be struggling, and that's not what's up. The times of the meal plans, breakfast I believe is 7 to 11. I don't know because I never ate breakfast. I'm not gonna be up that early anyways. And then lunch starts from 11 till 4, and then dinner is 4 until they close. So yeah, if I were you, don't eat at 4 o'clock, because that's your dinner. You're screwed. Like, what are you gonna eat? Noodles? Because you can only eat noodles but so long before you're like, yeah, I'm tired of this. As far as social life and parties, because I know you guys definitely want to know about that. Savannah State, they have, I guess, good parties. I'm not a partier like that, so I honestly wouldn't know. But I know they have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of kickbacks. And kickbacks are just basically like people who stay in the apartment style dorms. They have like where people drink and smoke. Yes, people do that in college. They're not supposed to, but they do. So they have lots of kickbacks, and that tends to happen whenever and however. There's no like specific days, so yeah. And then they also have this place where a lot of people hang out at called Overtime, and that's literally right outside the gate of Savannah State. You can literally walk there. And then they have Island Breeze where they have parties at, and then they did have this place called Dosha downtown in Savannah, but I don't know if that's still open anymore, because I know it got closed down. Yeah, I personally like the school parties better, just because it's more of like a happy atmosphere. Is that it about parties? So yeah, parties start Thursday and last up until Sunday. Don't get too party crazy, because remember, your first priority is school. You didn't come there for partying, you came there for education. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Okay, let's talk about boys for my girls that are coming to Savannah State. So all I'm going to say simply is just be careful. I wouldn't say Savannah State is the place where you will find love, but it's definitely different for everybody. I told you I experienced having a boyfriend in college, and it's not what's up. It's really not. So just be careful, ladies. If you have a feeling about a guy's not right, then most likely your feeling is correct. And as far as females go, for the guys, be careful too, because yeah, just be careful. That's what I'm gonna say. As far as relationships go in college, just be careful and keep an eye out, and keep things private if you are going to get involved in a relationship or anything like that. You definitely don't want people all in your business. Oh, let's talk books. Yes. Okay, so do you need books for classes? Your professors will tell you to buy books, and half the time you never use the books. You know how annoying that is, to spend $100-something on a book and you only use it once, and then when you resell it to the bookstore, you get $15. All I'm gonna say is try now to get your books from some way someone else that already had it, where you can get it for like $45 or cheaper. And yeah, make sure you need the book. One of my classes, my critical thinking class, he told us we needed the book, and I never bought it, and I passed class with a B. So yeah, and you can always borrow books from your friends or from people in your class, or y'all can meet up and have a study session. I don't feel like purchasing a book is necessary in a way, just because I feel like it's wasteful, because you use the book once, twice, maybe a handful of times, and then that's it, and then you sell it back and you get nothing. Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about safety at Savannah State. Safety.
Let's see. Savannah State has gotten better with their crime, because before there were some robberies that did happen, and there was a couple of shootings that did happen as well. All I'm going to say is, for anyone, just be careful when you're walking alone in the dark on campus. Even if you're at a different university that isn't Savannah State, just be careful, because it's not cool to be walking in the dark alone at all. And just always be on your P's and Q's, you know, always just being aware of your surroundings. But they could do better, because as far as like on Savannah State's campus, after 7 o'clock, they have to check your ID. And half the time, especially when the winter time comes, you'll definitely see this. You can just flash it up and they'll just be like, go. Like, what? I could have just held up a credit card and flashed it, and you're just gonna say go. Like, you didn't even take it out, look at it, make sure it's me or anything like that. You just said, like, that's not cool. And that's why crime happens, in my opinion. But crime happens anywhere, so I can't really say that. But as far as organizations and clubs go, Savannah State does offer a lot of organizations and clubs for any of your type of interest. Since I like fashion, I did join a modeling group called LA Nation, and they do have other ones. They have Timeless Fashion, they have Nubian Elite, and they have Savages, and then the one that I'm in, LA Nation. So you pick whichever one you're interested in. They are different. I would say Timeless is more like a classical look, like black and white, and then I would say LA Nation is for more like the creative people, or the people that, like, I don't know, just like the nerd, not the nerds, like just the creative people that have like swag to them or whatever like that. I would say Savages are more like animated, like Disney and stuff. Like, they're just more like into like the animated aspects, I guess, of fashion. And then Nubian Elite, I would say they're kind of like a typical fashion group on campus. Alright guys, so this is going to alright guys, so that pretty much sums up this video. I definitely was all over the place, but I hope you learned something and you're informed a little bit more. So be on the lookout for a dorm essentials video, like places where you could shop and get your dorm items for the cheap. So yeah, that video probably will come very, very soon, so be on the lookout. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and if you have any other questions, you can either comment them